just recorded this and then realized I didn't record it, so start over. If you see me talking this way, it's because I'm talking to the person that is sitting right there. Yeah. When you start your period, you enter womanhood. Or so you're told. I don't know. I remember when I got my first period, or when my period started. I think most girls are like 13 or something when they start their period. Here, if you're very athletic, you start it later. But I started it when I was in the 5th grade, so I think I was like 10 or 11 or something. And I was wearing my brand new white capris from Limited 2, because that was really in, right? They might have been from Justice, or I don't know. I think it was Limited 2. And I had to present a poster of New York, and then I thought I was dying because I felt something come out of me, and it was blood. And a few days prior to that, I remember I asked my mom, what do I do if I start my period? And in school, I never liked being in school, so when my mom told me she'd come and pick me up from school, I think I lied about it like a week or 2 prior because I just didn't want to be in school. So I lied about starting my period. So then when I really started, my mom wouldn't come pick me up. So I was in white capris and blood is red, and I had to present a trifold. So what I had to do was take off my white sweater and tie it around my waist. Like gangster 2-year-old style. The way your mom used to tie it around your waist to make sure you don't lose your sweater. I was cool to begin with in 5th grade. I thought I was the hot shit, but I mean, with that sweater around my waist. Anywho, my mom wouldn't come pick me up. And the nurses all knew me because they knew I was a fakester, and I always faked being sick to call my mom. So when I went there, they didn't even look. They didn't believe me. I forgot to mention, this same day was the talent show tryouts after school. So my friends and I, we could ride the unicycle. So we were going to ride the unicycle and do some hula hooping and some juggling. You know, what cool kids do. I mean, cool kids don't sing or play an instrument or dance at a talent show. They ride unicycles. Or so I thought. That's what cool kids did. Because I thought I was a cool cat. Then, no one would come get me. And I was pretty freaking sad. And I had to walk home. But I refused to stay at school. So here's the thing. I started begging my mom to come get me. I promised her I wasn't lying. So she came and she got me. And I went home. And I came back for the talent show. But at this time, my sister and her boyfriend came down and were staying at our house. So as I'm walking home, and I was in tears and I was upset, I didn't know what was going on. My sister's boyfriend sitting on the couch. As I tell my mom and my dad I need to go to Target, my dad, the wise ass he is, tells me, why do you need to go to the store? I go, I need to go to the store. Well, why do you need to go to the store? We have company over. Dad, I just need to go to the store. Come get me. Or come take me. Stephanie, tell me now I need to go to the store. So as I'm in tears, in front of my sister's boyfriend, I say, Dad, I started my period. I'm dying. I'm bleeding. I thought it was death. So I started with pads, which are like this. This is a big pad. I think I started with really little ones. I wasn't quite sure about how flows went. But as the wise girl and mean girl says, some girls just have a wide set vagina and a heavy flow. So this is for a wide set vagina and a heavy flow. It has little wings. So this is what I started out with. And it didn't quite work for me. Blood would, I think to this day I don't really know how to put this pad on correctly. Because every time it'd be on my underwear, somehow it like went up my butt like a diaper and blood still came through somewhere. So I don't know, it'd be up my butt, it'd protect from like poo fallout, I guess. But I mean, I know how to use the toilet ultimately. I mean, I might have been dressed like I was 2, but I wasn't actually 2 that day. So, you put this on your vagina, and your hole, someone's upstairs and probably listening to what I'm saying. So, how does a vagina even look? Is that how a vagina looks? Okay. So there's like this little thing up at the top of your vagina. It's called a clitoris, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's like flaps. I don't spend too much time looking down at the, at my vag, so I'm not quite sure how it looks. Okay, this is starting to look like bacon. Okay, and then in the middle, there's like one hole, and then there's another hole, and then there's like this middle thing. Okay, that's kind of what a vagina looks like right there. What hole? Okay, you pee out of one hole, and you bleed and give birth out of another hole, right? I think that's right. Okay. This, wait, is it the top one or the bottom one you put your tampon in? The bottom one, right? Here's where you bleed. Here's where you pee. Does that work? No, it didn't. Don't read that. This is where you pee, and this is where you bleed and give birth. Right? Okay. And here's like, I don't know, this is like a bacon looking, but it's like the lips of your vagina, I think. I don't know quite what I drew. Where is it? So since it's lower at the bottom, when you, what? Oh, you have to put this tampon higher up, like this, because the holes are, because the holes are further back, like next to your butt, like if you look right here. Right, here's your butthole, right? I think I'm drawing pretty good. Here's your little, like, butt cheeks. And right here's your butthole, and right here's your little, this one cannot go on my, Facebook. Mm-hmm. Because this is for,
that's what I was thinking too.
How do I make it not go on my Facebook?
Or you can just erase it.
Okay. So you have to stick this pad like this so it covers. So don't stick it all the way up. Stick it. Back to what I was saying. Before my memory card ran out. Good thing I have an extra memory card. I don't remember what I was saying actually. Hello, darling. Oh.
Unless you want the whole world to listen.
No thanks. You stick this, not covering your whole vagina, but just covering the lower portion of it. There's like a few different brands that you can choose from. For me, my favorite is the Pantene brand, I think. And it's, I use this, I liked using the super sport thing. Keep in mind, my mom wouldn't let me use tampons until the 8th grade, and I started in the 5th grade. So I had to stick with these crappy things for quite a long time, and I still don't know why they never worked for me, because it felt like I was wearing a diaper. And you know how right now skinny jeans are in? Let me tell you something. You can't wear these with skinny jeans. It makes you look like you have a saggy butt in a diaper, a poop-filled diaper. That's what it looks like. No, not good, not cute. Don't wear them with yoga pants. The tampons come in a few different types. I hate the wood ones or the cardboard look feel ones. I like the circular ones, and I like them to be plastic. So so you stick it in, and you have to stick it in a bit diagonal. If here's the hole, you have to tip it a little. What I do is I keep my middle finger and my thumb right here, right at this little domed shape, okay? And you hold it right farthest away, and I keep my pointer finger right on this loop. Now, I'm not going to lie, the very first time you put it in, it will probably hurt. And unless you have a very heavy flow, it will definitely hurt when you pull it out. So as you stick it in, you have to stick it in diagonally. You have to stick it in, people say stick it in sitting down, and I prefer sticking it in standing up. I feel it's more comfortable. What you do is when you tilt it, you push it all the way in, and you, right at this first line right here, right, that line, that is where you have to stick it all the way up until that first line. And your fingers are still at the very bottom. When you stick it in, you push, and it pops up. Like so. Now, it looks really small, so when it goes in, it is quite small. You have to make sure you put it in deep enough, or it really will feel as if something is falling out of your cooch. You will walk around all day feeling like this is falling out of your cooch. So, you have to stick it in far enough away. Now, the difficult thing is taking it out. It's definitely going to hurt, and to simulate, I'm using a bottle of water. This will act as your vagina hole. You stick it in, okay, and it was really small. And you get it soaked up in water, okay, and it's not that small anymore. It's ginormous. I mean, you can't really see it. It's so ginormous it doesn't fit through the bottle. That's how big it is. Okay? Like so. I'm pulling with all my strength. Wait, and it's legitimately not coming out. I'm pulling with everything I got, and it's not coming out. The very first time you're taking it out, it will feel like death. When I first pulled it out, I literally thought it was stuck up my cooch, and I thought I was going to have to go to the fire department to have someone pull it out with actual muscle. And be so careful, don't pull it super hard, because if you pull it out, and God forbid you pull it out and you lose the string and the string rips off, I don't even know what to tell you. You got to go to the doctor to get that out. Anyways, see how it got so big? It's so hard to pull out. Andrea, can you come help me pull this out? So, my beautiful assistant camera woman, music DJ is going to help me pull this out. And could you simulate right in front of the camera? Yep, it's pretty. It's pretty. No. It's not coming out? No. Okay, well try pulling some more. Try pulling without. Oh my god.
I can imagine this.
Okay.
Well, that was pleasant.
Awesome. So, it finally came out, and like I just told you and showed you, it has many layers, and that's why I love the Playtex Sport ones, because it keeps everything in there. But it leaves the hole a lot larger than how it entered, so it's definitely going to hurt. It looks like a flower. Anywho, it leaves quite larger than what you stick it in with. Don't change your tampon too many times throughout the day, because if the cotton is not moist, it feels like a ripping sensation out of your vag. you have to let it, even though it's larger, you have to let it get moist, so it's not dry cotton getting pulled out. Ultimately, it forms to your body. It's not going to be a hard hole like this is. So it will come out easier than this. But, it's still going to be hard. It's still going to hurt. So don't change it too much. And you know what? When you're sticking it in for the first couple times, don't be shy to get a freaking mirror and sit down, lean backwards, and look with a mirror where you're putting it in. After getting to know your body, you know where the hole is. But for the first few times, don't get embarrassed. Use a mirror. So that's all I gotta say. If you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer all of them for you. Until then, I hope this helped, and don't freak out if it's not coming out. Don't think you're dying. Don't want to go to the fire department like I wanted to. That's not cute. Make sure you don't rip the string out, because then it's stuck and you have to go to the doctor. And don't freak out. Also, remember, stick it up all the way, or it will feel like there's a little creature coming out of your vag all day until you switch it. Make sure you don't switch it too often, so that it can get moist and doesn't hurt like, dry cotton coming out. And also don't keep them in longer than 8 hours at a time, because you can go into toxic shock syndrome, which it tells you all about that on your on the box of tampons you buy. I always buy Super Plus, because I know personally I've got a heavy flow and I need to keep that controlled, and I don't want to leak. Sometimes if you pee and you have a heavy flow, blood will trickle down to the string. That's when you know to take it out and switch them out. So I hope this helped, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.